all hell kind of broke loose. I got the bus. I'm just walking back to the bus. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Lamictal, which is the brand name for Lamotrigine. And Lamictal is a drug that was manufactured for epilepsy and bipolar disorder. Now, I was prescribed Lamictal by my neurologist. The reason for that is because during a recent EEG, the test revealed that there was an irregularity with my Theta waves, that they were occurring at irregular intervals longer than they should have been. So, in other words, there was a mild dysfunction. Now, I thought this might align with derealization. Now, I do not have a diagnosis of derealization. However, for the past 19 years, a lot of how I experience the world and reality does align with the symptoms of derealization. Like I said, do not have a diagnosis. I'm in the investigative stage. I'm trying to get answers as to why my brain perceives the world in an unreal way. So anyway, my neurologist suggested a trial of Lamictal to see if it would help alleviate some of these symptoms. In addition to that, about 5 vials of blood have been sent to a specialist to see if there's any pathological cause for this. One of them could be a virus that actually affects the neurocells and starts attacking them. I use Zenodo to share my research, and I'm going to tell you why it's so good. As an open access platform, Zenodo helps researchers share their work with the rest of the world. I uploaded my latest paper, A Jigsaw Broke My Brain, the 19-year struggle for a mental health diagnosis, and I will post a link to that in the description. You will need to sign up to view it, but guess what? Zenodo is free to join. Whether you're publishing academic research or something more creative, Zenodo provides a secure and permanent home for your work. This isn't a sponsored video. I just want to highlight a platform I personally use and recommend. It's free to sign up, and that's it. There's no hidden charges. So anyway, back to Lamictal. My neurologist put me on it. It was a very short titrate, a trial of a drug that starts off very slow, and then the dosage is increased. So a slow titrate for something like Lamictal is recommended, because if you start at a high dose too soon, you can get some very undesirable side effects, one of which is Steve Johnson syndrome, which is very, very bad skin rash that can affect the entire body. With my course or titration, it was 1 tablet a day for a week. The second week was 2 tablets a day. The third week, it was, I think, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. And then that was increased again in the 4th week. So on the first day, something quite extraordinary did happen. I just went for a walk, and for the first time in, I don't know, maybe 20 years, I felt like I could actually hear sounds like never before. I could really hear the environment. Like I could hear birds singing in the trees, and it was almost like hearing them for the first time. It was so clear. It was really, really weird. Day 2 was kind of more of the same. But then on day 3 of taking Lamictal, on the first week of this titrate, all hell kind of broke loose. I got the bus. I'm just walking back to the bus. I'm waiting at the bus stop. Just got this panic attack, probably the worst panic attack I've ever had in my life, where the ground beneath my feet felt like it had turned into sponge. And I actually had to grab onto the bus stop and hang on for dear life. That's how intense it was. This was a real primal, I guess, response to panic. And it's not really something you can just say to your brain, okay, cop onto yourself. There's no danger. You know, you're arguing or trying to reason with millions of years of evolution. But anyway, it is possible I was put on a trial of this drug because the dysfunction with the theta waves in the part of my brain, the left frontal lobe, epilepsy occurs in the same part of the brain. So maybe my neurologist wanted to rule out maybe subclinical seizures or something, because they occur in the same part of the brain as epilepsy. Subclinical seizures are basically seizures that happen without an actual seizure. Like epilepsy, someone has an epileptic fit. Subclinical seizures, someone can have a seizure or a series of them, but they don't show on the outside. If that's the case with me, it's possible that my brain perceives the world in a way that it appears unreal. It's another possibility, I don't know. The part of my brain responsible for processing reality is just not working the way it should. The Lamictal was probably there to see if it was a case of subclinical seizures, that drug could have been effective, but my body just reacted in a bad way to it. If you want advice about medication, Lamictal or whatever, please do talk to your consultant or your doctor, whatever the case is. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was informative. Please do hit the subscribe button. It really helps my channel more than you know. This is not an ego thing. It's not a case of getting on my knees and begging, but it really does help my channel, and it tells me that you like this content and you want to see more. It also helps the algorithm. The algorithm is a self-aware entity, and it pulls and pushes things according to who's subscribing, who's watching, who's liking, who's commenting. So please do hit that button. Please drop a comment. I do respond to every comment. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.